Before diving into complex solutions, perform a simple power cycle. Fully shut down your Toshiba laptop, remove the battery if possible, and unplug the power adapter. Wait about a minute, then reconnect everything and try booting. Also, especially if you're comfortable with computer hardware, consider reseating the SATA cable connecting your hard drive or SSD to the motherboard. A loose connection is a frequent culprit. Restart your laptop and immediately press the designated key to enter BIOS UEFI setup. This is usually the F2 or ESC key, but it might vary depending on your Toshiba model. Once in the BIOS, verify that your hard drive or SSD is listed as a bootable device in the boot order settings. Ensure that the SATA mode is set to AHCI for optimal performance. To diagnose potential hard drive or SSD issues on Toshiba laptops, start with the built-in PC diagnostic tool. This software can test your system's components and identify failures. For more detailed analysis, use third-party tools like Crystal Disk Info. This free software examines your drive's smart data, showing temperature, power on hours, and overall health status to catch issues early. If diagnostics reveal no major hardware issues, try booting from a USB recovery drive. This method allows access to repair tools for corrupted boot components. First, create the recovery drive using another working computer. Prepare a USB drive with at least 8 GB capacity. Then use the Windows Media Creation tool to create installation media for your Windows version. Next, insert the USB into the problematic computer and restart. Enter the BIOS setup by pressing F2 or Delete, then change the boot order to prioritize the USB drive. Save the changes and exit to boot from the recovery drive. Once booted into recovery mode, select Troubleshoot and then Command Prompt. This gives access to repair the master boot record or EFI partition, which may have become corrupted. Remember to download the correct Windows version for your device and always back up important data before attempting repairs to avoid further issues. Updating the BIOS UEFI firmware can resolve boot detection problems caused by outdated firmware. Outdated firmware may fail to recognize drives or handle boot sequences correctly. Go to Toshiba's official support website to locate the latest firmware version for your specific model. Download the appropriate firmware update file, which is typically provided as a Windows executable installer. Run the installer following Toshiba's exact instructions. Be extremely careful. Interrupting the update can render your laptop unusable. If you're unsure about any step, seek assistance from Toshiba's support team or a qualified technician to avoid potential damage. When software checks and fixes don't resolve the no boot device error, the problem is likely a hardware failure in your storage drive. Solid-state drives are more reliable than traditional hard drives because they have no mechanical components, but they can still develop faults over time. First, check for loose connections. Open the laptop and ensure the SATA cable connecting the drive is securely attached. Second, use tools like Crystal Disk Info to check for bad sectors or drive errors. Third, if the drive is failing, replace it. Upgrading to a solid-state drive significantly improves performance and reduces future failures. Always have a professional handle internal repairs to avoid further damage or voiding warranties. Future trends in Toshiba laptops include a shift to NVMe SSDs, which are reducing no-boot device errors by 50% due to faster detection and fewer mechanical failures. For preventative measures, regular backups using Toshiba's OneDrive integration are crucial to prevent data loss if boot issues occur. Also consider cloud-based recovery options like Microsoft's Azure integration in Windows 11 for quick system restoration. Finally, upgrading your hardware, such as installing an NVMe SSD in your Toshiba laptop, will eliminate no boot device errors by providing more reliable storage.